Vice President of Nigeria Osinbajo don inaugurate the Afam 3 fast power station with 240 megawatts installed capacity for Rivers State. Osinbajo for the inauguration tok say the Nigerian electricity supply industry don dey better and say the nation dey on track to electrify all Naija people for the next decades. On top the inauguration of the Afam 3 fast power station for Rivers State, many people for Naija now go dey enjoy more power supply. The power plant wey dey owned by Transcorp Power PLC go contribute to the supply correct percentage of Naija power generation if the power plant work for a full capacity. Vice President of Nigeria Osinbajo come tok say with the birth of this new power station, Naija people go witness ogbonge power supply. Osinbajo can use the opportunity to call for improved gas supply to meet the growing demand of the electricity supply industry. He can still talk say the introduction of service-based tariff and mass metering program don't lead to doubling of market collection for the Nigerian electricity supply chain.
In 2019, subsidies reached a peak of 584 billion naira in an environment that became so burdensome for the Nigerian government's fiscal position. The introduction of the service-based tariff, the payment discipline initiative for the sector, which was jointly organized by NERC and the CBN, and the introduction of the National Mass Metering Program have led to a doubling of market collections in the Nigerian electricity supply industry from 40 billion naira a month in 2020 to a record 80 billion per month in the first quarter of 2023. In 2021 and 2022, 5 underperforming discos were brought into a restructuring program that has led to a 10 billion naira per month reduction in shortfalls. If this trajectory continues, then it means that the Nigerian electricity supply industry will attain self-sufficiency by the end of 2023. We believe we are on track to electrify all Nigerians in the next decade. So I encourage gas producers and gas suppliers to have a fundamental rethink about supply security and prefer ways to ensure our gas supply can improve and meet the gap and growing demands of the Nigerian electricity supply industry. Some areas to further explore would be to depend perhaps more on non-associated gas and specific gas fields to supply the power industry at more liberalized rates. Also, more joint regulatory partnerships are needed between NERC and the oil and gas regulatory agencies over gas supply to the power sector. Particularly, every gas company supplying to the power sector should have a requirement to have some form of contractual obligations with penalties for non-performance.
The realization of this project is one of the landmark achievements of the federal government and the power sector in its endeavor to reduce the gap in the supply and demand for electricity in Nigeria. If the Afam cluster is to operate at full capacity, it will no doubt provide about 40% of our generated energy today. Nigeria does not have an option but to be a gas-powered country.
Tony Elumelu, will be the group chairman of Transcorp PLC, come talk say,
we are fulfilling our promises to the government and demonstrating Transcorp purpose of improving lives and transforming Africa. Transcorp Group is a key stakeholder in the power sector. We recognize power is the single most critical factor to lifting our people out of poverty and enabling job creation. Power is a public good, a right, a catalyst for a better Nigeria.
Rufus Godwin, will be the head of service Rivers State and we can represent Governor Nyesom Wike, come talk say,
Your Excellency, coming to do this with barely 3 weeks to the end of the administration is for us a befitting parting gift.
From Rivers State, A. Carter Ojesele, TMC TV News.